Guys, I'm back with another one. I didn't feel like it was very fair just doing a reading for all the mums. So I've decided to do a collective reading just for everybody. So whatever you can take from this reading, take it. It's not for any specific gender. It's just, I'm just throwing one out there. Once I get into the vibe of reading, I really enjoy it, but I forget how much I enjoy it because I'm doing other stuff. So the lighting's crap. I'm in my bedroom. It needs decorating. No one gives a shit. Let's just start reading. We're just gonna see what comes out. What deck shall I use? Yeah, let's use. I want to use this one. It's talking to me. So yeah, we're just gonna see what comes out basically. It's a free for all. Look at my hair. What's going on? Let's see. I'm not taking that. My deck's upside down. Start again, spirit. Sun. Okay, so that's a really, 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 really good card to start with, followed by the Three of Swords. That's just brilliant. Six of Cups. Ooh, and the Magician. I'm tapped in tonight, guys, because it's the new moon in Pisces and the Emperor. And we'll get into these cards in a minute. Some big shifts going on for you. Whoever I'm connecting with now, whoever I'm reading for, you've got some big shit coming your way. But where was I? It'll come back to me. Let's get into the reading, and then if I want to stop, oh yeah, that's it. So it's a new moon in Pisces, which is basically, I just want to go into this a little bit, not much, but a little bit, and talk about transits and how transits work, because everybody goes and gets these readings, which is brilliant, obviously. I'm seeing stuff. Everyone gets these readings, and then these readers will start throwing out all these signs and stuff like that. Like, people understand them, and sometimes they don't. And it's all very confusing. That's really what Pisces is. It's what spirituality is. It's what Neptune energy is. It's very, very confusing, and it's hard to make sense of. When we have a transit, like the new moon, let's just say, if you have planets in the sign of Pisces, this new moon is going to trigger that planet and it's going to make it vibrate. And what's going to vibrate is the action of that planet. So, for example, I have Venus in Pisces. That is a position that's known as exalted. So it's like a very sensitive point. Venus likes being in Pisces. She enjoys it. It's her domain. It's all artistic and beauty and creativity, and that's what Venus is all about. It's about the material world and beauty in the material world. So when Venus is sat in Pisces, what she does is she pulls from the spiritual realm and she creates beautiful things with it, beautiful art, beautiful. And I am very much into crafting. I like to make my own stuff. I like to DIY. I like to do all of that stuff. So when the moon is transiting through the sign of Pisces, what that means for me is that it will trigger my Venus, and the moon and Venus will come together and they'll have a conversation. And if you actually think of that dynamic, you've got lovely Venus, then you've got watery, spiritual, mystical Pisces, and then you've got the elusiveness of the moon. And the moon is all about like that shadow work and stuff like that. So that's kind of what's going to be going on for me. It's going to be a really creative time. So I don't think that the moon was probably triggering my Venus yet, but it's on the approach to that. It's applying. So it's a really creative time, hence the reason why I'm coming out of my shell and I'm actually doing readings online again. That's how transits work, basically, and the form aspects. It's much more complex than that, but on a very general basis, that's what happens. So you really want to tune into the moon as well, because it's such a fast-moving sign. Sorry, such a fast-moving. It's not even a planet; it's a luminary. It's a light, and it reflects the sun. So these are things that you really want to be paying attention to: the monthly cycles, the lunar cycles, and that kind of thing. Whenever there's a conjunction in your chart, it's like a new cycle beginning. So the moon triggering Venus is a brand new cycle in terms of relationships, in terms of finances, in terms of values and things that we possess, because that's what Venus does. Um, and that's on an emotional level because the moon's triggering it. So it's the moon's influence. So it's our emotions and our feelings and things like that that's having an effect in those areas. So that's how the moon works. That's how these cycles work. It's a new moon, so it's a brand new cycle. So if this new moon is in conjunction with a planet in your chart, it means that it's a brand new cycle with regards to that planet. And that planet is also making aspects to other areas of your life, but then we're going deep into astrology again. So I want you to bear in mind this new moon in Pisces. It's also a Kazemi, which is really strong. So Kazemis are basically fortified by the sun. I described it on a group the other day. Somebody asked about this aspect in their chart, and I described it. And I said, basically, imagine like a knife piercing, and it's a bit morbid, but the Kazemi is really the point where that knife strikes that critical point of, and it's late to turn back. So then your perspective shifts from what's actually happened to shit, what we're going to do. And that's kind of the shift of a Kazemi. It's kind of like it's important. That's what I'm trying to. It's short lived, but it's like it's potent. There could be some spiritual insights with this Kazemi as well, with it being the moon. Your dreams might be quite big tonight. Your access to the spiritual realm. The moon to me is a bit like a passage. It's almost like a secret gateway. It's like a secret passage, like at the bottom of the garden. And it's allowing passage into Pisces tonight. So any type of visions that you get, any type of dreams, any daydreams that you go into, really write them down, because when the moon passes out of Pisces and into Aries, which is mental, you'll really be able to pull on some of those creative ideas and some of those things that you were dreaming about and try to form something from them. Brand new cycle. So you're reading. We've got the sun. This is really good energy. So the sun is Leo energy, and it's all about things working out, things going well. Try and move this light a little bit. Things going well, and good vibes, man, good vibes. Leo rules the 5th house, and again, this is interesting because this is, I hate this lighting. I'm going to sort it out. This is a card of good vibes and fun, children. This again is a card of creativity. This is not about fruition. Well, I feel like this is more like the result of hard efforts, basically paying off. That's what this is. This is kind of, I'm hearing worth its weight in solid gold. So if you're doing something now, if you're working on something or whatever you've been working on, some type of a project, it's almost like saying like it's worth its weight in solid gold. And it's almost like somebody knows it. I feel like somebody feels like they may have hit the jackpot here, or they're feeling like really prosperous right now. That's kind of what I'm getting. Really prosperous, like, yeah, I can't believe it. Oh my God, this is great. So if this hasn't happened, this is going to happen. This is something that's going to happen for you. Again, we're all on different timelines. But I'm just getting someone that's really, really, really excited to start something new, because when the sun comes in, it's all about renewal. I'm also seeing something about an inner child, some inner child healing's taken place, okay? Because I feel like there's been a lot of heartbreak in the past with this 3 of Swords. So the excuse me, so the 3 of Swords is all about heartbreak and the pains that we suffer as human beings, basically, and nobody is nobody can get away from this. This is basically a card of suffering in silence. So I feel like there's been a lot of suffering in silence. It's almost like no one understands my pain. No one relates to me well. I can't find the words to express what I'm feeling. I'm also, this is so interesting because I'm also getting like, if each one of these knives were to be pulled out of this heart, it's almost like the words. So do you know when we speak the words, it's almost like we're yanking swords from the heart, and sometimes they just won't come out. And it's almost like that. It's like it's stuck. There's something that's buried deep within that's really it. I don't think it's causing you a sense of pain, but it's almost like if it gets dug up, then it will. It's just too hard. It's too hard to bear. It's really, really, really painful. there's an important message here, and I think I need to just explain this because the sun is really indicative of the heart as well. Um, Emotional trauma. This is what I'm getting. Emotional trauma. Um, Someone's taken a beating, like like abusive. I'm getting like an abusive relationship, but it doesn't have to be physically abusive. This could have been a verbally abusive relationship. This could have been someone that just had the shit kicked out of them in terms of you're not good enough, you're this, you're that. Basically, just people putting doubt into your head. This three of swords is the residue that's been left from those hurtful words. Basically, some things you can shake off, and some things you just can't, and it's piercing, and these words have pierced so deep. It's almost like it's really interesting. It's almost like they've become a part of who you are. And what I'm seeing is like I'm seeing like someone who's got like a shrapnel or something in that. It's even like a hand or just in your body, but I actually saw a hand. And it's like it's been there that long that the skin has actually grown around it, and you can feel it. It's like a lump under your skin, but it's not part of you. It's from a situation that happened probably a long time ago, and it just was never dealt with. So it's there. It might actually even be causing a sense of pain now. You might be able to feel it, and it's annoying or something like that. So you need to go get it seen to, basically. Don't know what that was. I feel like you're gonna feel like a sense of relief once that's been removed. Something needs to be removed. It's almost like I'm getting like metal work, some kind of stud work. But like, do you know, like when you have pins in your hand or something, or some type of medical something, and it needs to be taken out, but it hasn't been taken out. It's almost like it's causing a sense of pain, so it needs to be removed. And then the body's just gonna go, oh, thank God for that. So whatever it is that's causing you pain, um, yeah. So aside from that, we've got this inner child healing. This is what I think needs to take place. This is a message for somebody that needs to heal their inner child. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about revisiting the past and going backwards and really kind of just saying, look, I owe it to you, basically. So I feel like there's a little bit of self-love that needs to go on here. I'm really picking up somebody that was with a really manipulative, narcissistic person, actually. Someone that just loved power, they loved dominating, they loved domineering, they loved it. Like, this is somebody that would make you lick the bottom of the shoe if they could, just to humiliate you. That's what I'm getting. It's like someone like that. This is someone who likes to be seen as an overseer. You will do as I say, like a tyrant. That's what I'm getting, like a bit of a tyrant. And I'm feeling like this is someone that you could have known for a long, long time. With the Six of Cups, it talks about someone who you've shared fond memories with. So this doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friend, it could be a boss, someone you've worked with a long time. It could be anybody, basically. But it's somebody that once upon a time you shared a fondness with. But as they grew and developed, it's almost like they got really comfortable in the position and they started to use that against you. They thought that they were top dog with the emperor, but it was actually a completely different person pulling all the strings in the background. Because this magician is the manipulator. This is somebody who will manipulate. They're able to manifest, and that can be used for good or evil. Now, the emperor is the same in a sense. If you look at the same, what I'm really drawn to is this symbology. This is the ecliptic. It's eternity. What goes around comes around. But then this has changed because it's like the dynamics changed. So it's like there was a shift in dynamic. Someone shifted and they became a bit of a tyrant. Maybe this is somebody that really kind of had something to offer at first. You felt like this is somebody that had potential, because with the magician, that's all about somebody that kind of shows up, basically. This is someone who's like, oh, that's impressive, kind of thing. And they turn on the charm. This is someone who turned on the charm, but it's almost like once they got the feet under the table, that dropped, and this charm then become somewhat a bit self-righteous. You started maybe to see somebody that was a bit self-righteous, somebody that kind of knew it all. Don't tell me, I'll tell you. Attitude 24/7. It's just like this is, the emperor is someone that causes a lot of stress. It's Aries and it rules the head, and the head is, it can be a well, it can be a prison or a playground. And it was a playground. Look at all the abundance in this card. This is what it used to be like. I'm getting like two shifts in energy here. This is what it used to be like. Like there were lots going on. We used to do lots of stuff. Like we used to be really happy, blah, 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 blah. And then there was this heartbreak, and we'll look into that. We'll see what that heartbreak's about. I do feel like it goes back. It goes back. This is heartbreak. That's maybe for over some time. This could have been something that happened over a period of time. But then we've got this emperor here. Now, this could be you sitting on business and just saying, look, no, not dealing with that anymore. Because some inner child healing's taken place, or is about to take place. Again, it depends what timeline you're on. But really, what I'm seeing is somebody that really kind of overstepped the mark. They took the piss. This person might not even feel like they did take the piss. This person may feel like they are well within their rights. I feel like this is somebody who's very stern in the position, not willing to compromise, because Aries is not about compromise. Aries is about getting to the point. I've got an Aries sun, and they're very direct. They're very direct speakers. They don't fuck about, basically. So I feel like someone's heart was broken. Someone's heart was broken, and it's left some scars. It's left some wounds. 5 of Cups, disappointments. So a situation didn't work out how you expected it to. And again, this is what this heartbreak is. It's almost like, I can't believe it. There's a lot of focus on this as well. This is something that really affects you on a deep level. It affects you on a deep level, probably on a regular basis. But if not on a regular basis, it's almost like once you're there, you're really there. And you can't really get over it. People might be like, oh my God, just get over it. And it's like, you don't understand what went down. You don't understand. And it's not necessarily the relationship that you're grieving, because the relationship's behind you. Temperance on the bottom. The relationship's behind you. I think what's being grieved is what no longer is. It's like the good times that have ended. There's good and bad in every situation, and you can't just be like, oh my God, they're in our bed, leave them. That doesn't work like that. It's stupid. People need to stop saying it. Stop telling people how to feel, because you don't know what the foundation is to begin with. So people heal at different times, at different rates. But whatever this situation is, whatever went down in this past situation that you were dealing with, it caused a lot of upset and a lot of heartbreak, even a lot of separation. I'm seeing that you actually maybe even had to move, move away from the family home, move away from a situation, move. I'm not saying like cross country, but like a distance. There's a bit of a distance there. But this card is a card of loss. The cups have been spilled, the fun's no longer funning, basically, and this relationship's behind you. But I feel like there is healing that needs to take place with this Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is the wounded healer. This is angelic guidance. So you could be getting some angelic guidance, some healing guidance. So if you have got somebody that's passed over that you're close to, you will know who it is with this reading. If you're thinking, oh, who's that? I don't know. If this is your reading, you'll know who this person is, but there is somebody that is guiding you. I am seeing a female, I'm not going to lie. I'm seeing like a grandmother or a mother figure trying to show you, trying to steer you in the right direction. I do feel like there's a bit of a blockage though, because you're not receptive at the moment. You're focusing on things that don't require your attention, and so you're blocking your blessings a little bit. Excuse me. So spirit's having to work really, 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 really hard. So you may be feeling like all these thoughts are racing through your head, And it's like, yeah, because we need you to process them now, get them out your system. So if you feel like you're churning over the same bullshit, what you need to do is slow your mind down and actually think about what it is that's bothering you and how you can fix it and focus on that, because spirit's trying to guide you down another path and you're not hearing it. You just got to sit in this for a long time and you're going to process it the long way. I'm hearing like this is the hard way. Like we can do this the easy way or the hard way. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit's saying that to you. I feel like something's been avoided for a long time. This is a very personal reading. I don't feel like this is very much to do with other people. I think this is a reading for the person that I'm reading for. Ace of Cups, time for new, replenishment and renewal. You need to forgive yourself for whatever happened in the past. I feel like there's a feeling of letting yourself down. Excuse me. Maybe you've let yourself down. You feel like maybe you accepted something that was a little bit toxic or poisoned. The only reason I'm saying that is this card is usually a card that's overflowing with love and it's pure and all of this stuff. And it's almost like you thought that this is what you was getting. And in actual fact, it turned out that it was contaminated. It was polluted. But you didn't see that. So you need to forgive yourself. You're focusing outwardly, basically, on the situation when your focus needs to be inward. Take it as a lesson learned. That's what I'm hearing. Take it as a lesson learned, because you can't keep carrying around. Imagine if you carried around all of these cups that were overflowing like this. If you was to keep all these situations alive, these cups would get really, really heavy, and they do. And that's why it's called depression. And you can't get out of it. You feel like you're drowning. And it's like, yeah, because you're living in the past. That is what depression is. Depression is living in the past. It's thoughts of the past, things that will never come to be, things that will never come to pass, and wallowing in it. It's a little bit of like self-pity, actually. I am getting a little bit of self-pity with this reading, but it's almost like it's necessary. At one point it was necessary. It was necessary for you to feel like this, whereas now it's almost like you're kind of sitting in your own self-pity by reliving this. I'm feeling like this fountains, it's just, it's like all the water's coming out and then it's going back in. It's coming out and it's going back in. So it's like a cyclical process. So someone keeps churning over the same old memories and it's causing this sense of depression. So some healing needs to go on. I am saying you need to get out more. So you might be in a lot. So getting out more, just getting more oxygen into the bloodstream. It's gonna give you more energy, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We need to purify. Okay, so we'll get another reading. We'll do another spread. Let's do these. These are Kipper cards. These are a bit different. See what comes out in this. So yeah, there's some inner child healing that needs to go on. That needs to take place. And I think it's in relation to just like, this is bit, I feel like words that have cut deep, like deep. You can't go back. Some of the things that have been said is just like, no, there is no going back. I can't forgive you for that. So forgive yourself. False person. So whoever it was that was showing up, who showed up in your past, it was a false person. It was this trickster, this magician. This is somebody who has the ability to shapeshift. This is what I'm saying. It's like this person like changed before your eyes. It was like, what? Who even are you? I don't recognize you anymore. And it was almost like you were looking at this stranger. That's how the relationship went, basically. False person. There could have been some deception with the magician here. I'm not really seeing. I mean, I have got the Three of Swords and a third party situation bringing an end to a relationship. That could actually be it as well. I feel like maybe if that's the case and that's your story, when this was brought to the person, they got really angry and aggressive, and in actual fact, it became borderline abusive. You might have decided to just cut it out. It was almost like, right, your actions are telling me everything that I need to know right now. This person hit the fucking roof, basically. How dare you question me? Sudden wealth. So it's like I'm seeing like an influx of something, maybe even an influx of information that you got about a situation, because we have got 11 is the card of justice, and it's about things coming into balance, things being realized, things being like, when people go to court and they press charges basically. When that gavel goes down and the judge has made that decision, it's final. So it's almost like a sudden influx of information came, and it was like ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm hearing. It was like jackpot. Like, this is it. I knew it. I knew it. And it was almost like I knew it. And this person had been playing tricks behind your back. So you're sitting on business, you decided to cut your losses. You are self-pitying over it a little bit, but it's almost like it's valid, it's warranted. However, there needs to be some inner child healing, because I think this goes deeper than this relationship. Basically, it goes deeper. It's connected to the past. It could even be in regards to the childhood, and I am seeing maybe even a little bit of abandonment. There's a bit of abandonment issues. Maybe somebody's parent, mother, grandparent passed away when they were younger, and so it's almost like an abandonment thing. So I could even be talking to somebody who attaches themselves to people, because what they're seeking is somebody that represents their mother or their grandmother that's passed away or something like that. They may have thought very highly of them, so that's what they're seeking, something like that. But this person turned out to be somewhat of a tyrant. It's like the opposite of what they wanted. Message. So it could, the information that you received could have come through as a message. If not, this could be somebody that you're dealing with right now and you've got suspicions that this is going on. But if that's the case, then you're going to get some important information, and it's like sudden wealth. It's like, this is kind of the information that you've been waiting for. You could even be receiving some documentation, quite simply, in regards to some type of wealth, something that you've been going through, something, you've been suffering for it. Basically, you've been suffering for something, but I do think that it's going to work out well, and I think it's going to put you in a really powerful position as well. So if you do feel like at some point you lost it all, and all was lost, and you didn't know, you don't know if you're going to regain it or you out, take it how it is, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You could be getting some good news, and it's going to bring in some sudden wealth. So that's a really good omen. Just be careful of the people, like the company that you keep, again, because we are getting this false person that's around you, somebody that's a bit of a manipulator, maybe. I also feel like this is someone who takes a lot of credit where it's not due, or they've given themselves a role and it's not warranted. They've put themselves, because this is an emperor, but in actual fact, this doesn't look like an emperor. I mean, it hardly even looks like a king, to be quite honest. So it's almost like you need to get off that, that throne, like you sat yourself on so comfortably. Doesn't suit you. That's what I'm hearing. It doesn't suit you. We've got privileged lady here. So privileged lady and coffin. See, again, I'm picking up a very strong vibe of a woman that was very highly thought of, who's passed away. And again, it could be, I'm even getting like a sister, actually, now. Wow, this is a really strong message. So this is for somebody, I don't know who, but this is a message from somebody's sister that's passed away, who was really highly thought of, basically. So you'll know, this is how you'll know. This is somebody who had an answer for everything. Really, really quick-witted, basically. This is somebody who was quite the joker. They always had something to say, and it was funny. And sometimes they were quite shocking, and it was a bit, they took people back, but it was all done in good jest. This is someone who was, I kind of feel like this is someone who was a bit of a, like, when you were younger, you'd play some good games, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you had a lot of fun with this person, and they taught you a lot. Definitely seeing if like some type of an elder sibling or something like that. And you really looked up to this person. They taught you everything you needed to know about love. That's what I'm getting. Like, this is somebody that really loved you, and you loved them, and you felt it. Like, you felt it in your heart, but also in your soul. That's what I'm getting. You felt it in your heart when they were here. I feel like this person was very protective, actually, or you were very protective of them. But I'm feeling more so them. They're offering you, Oh, this is so sweet. They're offering you a gift of love. They're saying that you need it. You need to heal, basically. This is what I'm getting. So if this is resonating and you do have a sister that's passed away, because I am picking up sister quite strongly, an older sister or something like that, doesn't have to be, you could be older, but somebody's older. They're saying, look, we're giving it to you, what you need to heal. It's almost like saying, like, nobody knows you as well as I do. And I know what it is, and we're giving it to you, but you need to accept it. And it's almost like you stood there like, oh, oh. It's almost like you're not seeing it, like it's like it's too good to be true kind of thing, or I can't believe my eyes kind of thing. It's almost like you're being shown the signs, but you're not quite acting on them. That's basically what I'm trying to get. Something is being offered, something that is abundant, basically, is being offered, but you're not reaching out for it. And the reason being is because you're so wrapped up in all of this that happened in the past. You're missing out on this situation because of all this. It's like, crying over spilt milk a little bit, not really realizing that this is going to be the thing that heals you. This is very heart healing situation. This is what you're being offered, something that's going to fill you up, and it's going to make you feel replenished and renewed. And it's almost like in that childlike energy again. I'm hearing just how you used to be. It's so sweet. It's almost like how you used to be, the fun loving character that used to make me laugh. Um, I'm hearing like you used to have a lot of fun together. You really had a lot of fun together, and that's what they want. They want to get you back to that state, that childlike state where you're just free and you're not worried and nothing's really weighing you down. And so you're being offered a gift here, so take it. That's confirmation. Privileged lady and coffee, and it's like it's a new day. Put it to rest. Whatever it is that's causing you pain, put it to rest. It could be grief. You could be grieving. And I don't feel like there's any need to grieve, basically. This woman's very privileged, like where she is now, she's blessed, basically. That is the blessing. And I know people don't understand that. It's grief is really a human reaction to death. Um, Without no physical body, there is no pain, and grief is painful. So just remember that, and it's selfish of us to grieve, because when we grieve, I believe that prevents spirits from ascending, because they need to be light, they need to be less matter, less matter. So quite naturally, what human beings tend to do over time, even though they say they don't, they do, they forget people, because those atoms that form that person are gone now, and the more time that comes between you and that incident or that instance, or when that person passes away, the less of their aura is around you. You will still think of them from time to time, and that's why, as you grow older, I believe you get downloads and you know where they're coming from, because that energy is no longer around you. You're not confusing it for grief. It's not grief, because now it's intuitive hits, it's guidance. So if you do get memories of this person that's passed away and things are showing up that are reminding you of this person, it's not because they want you to grieve, it's because there's a message behind it. Look into it deeper, study it deeper. By avoiding it, you're not actually receiving the blessing behind it. Wow, that was a long message, but that's what I was getting. You're not receiving the message behind what's being offered, because you need to confront some of the ghosts of the past, is what I'm hearing, because they're haunting you and they're robbing you of your richness. Right. One more card and then we'll move on to another one. That was a deep message. Unexpected income. So again, something coming with regards to finances. This could be with regards to a message, to some kind of communication. You're going to get some signal, some sign. However it comes, it's coming. This is an opportunity. That's what I'm hearing. So it's almost like grab it with both hands. Like, this is not something that comes about every day. So whatever it is that you're being presented with, you need to grab that opportunity with both hands. This is what I'm hearing. This might just be your ticket out of here. This might just be your ticket to the next level. This might just be everything that you've hoped for, because in the background, if you see, there's that big, massive house. It's that big, what would you what would you think when you walk past that house? You'd think, oh, they're doing all right for themselves. They've got themselves a bit of money, blah, 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 blah. And their life's probably fantastic, which it never is. But that's the impression. So it's almost like this is kind of a dream come true, because it's an impression, someone's impressing. It's like, yeah, so it's something that's quite impressive. And it's an opportunity. So, and I feel like this is very Neptunian. So you've probably thought about this. It's probably been in your mind. You've been basically daydreaming a little bit about this, having visions about it, coming into being, that kind of thing. This is saying, next time it comes to pass, grab it with both hands. This is a time. So I've done it. I'll have to cut that bit out. So let's pull another deck. Oh, that was such a sweet reading. I love doing tarot and stuff, because when I get these messages through, like, I really feel it. I feel it, and it's just so, I can't describe it. The blessing. That was just really nice. That energy was lovely. Whoever that was that I connected with then, they're really, really, really nurturing. That's the energy that I got from that. Very very motherly. Very motherly vibe, but a bit younger than a older mother. So somebody that you may have treated you like a mother. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's do another one. See what messages we get from this deck. I love reading on a night time. King of Cups. Ooh, so what's going on here? So this is interesting, because this is Scorpio energy. And if you actually look on this card, this is someone who is really connecting with the divine. This is someone who is going deep. That's what Scorpio does. Scorpio is all about trauma. And it's interesting, because I've done a couple of readings tonight, and I'm looking at this little fish here. And this is about wealth, but this is about spiritual wealth. Wealth is not in riches. This is spiritual wealth, as in, can't speak tonight. This is spiritual wealth, from lessons learned. Those rich lessons that we learn, that distill and crystallize and become a part of who we are. That's really what this King of Cups is all about. It's about that deep inner knowing, that deep inner connection to the divine, that part of yourself that nobody can rock, because it's only you that's connected to it. So the King of Cups is someone who's usually very, very intimate. This is someone that likes to go deep. When you're talking to this person wants to talk deep. Like, this is someone who will talk about astral projection and dream states, and where do you go when you die, and those big, big, big questions that no one really has answers to. This is what this person's into. This is what they want to know. This is what they sink to. They want to understand the depths of mankind, and what makes people tremble. They want to know your secrets. This is someone who really wants to know you so well. Do you know, this really gives me the energy, and I know loads of people are going to be jealous when I say this, because I've only just started watching Game of Thrones, and I did it on purpose, because I don't like it when everybody hypes something up and they're talking about it, and you're telling me what's happening, and I haven't even watched it yet. I don't want to know. So I thought, I'll let everybody get it out of the system, because I'm good like that, and then I'll watch it in my own time. And I've started watching it, and I love it, and I knew I would. But the guy that Jason Momoa plays, I don't know his name, but he's like that warrior guy. The archetype that he projects is so primal. It's like very, very, very tribal. Like they worship the grass, and hair and horses, and it's very, very, very much about nature. And basically, what they're saying is, like, a man only needs a horse. That's all he needs, and he's got everything that he needs. And someone who's very solid in his knowing and his connection to nature and the, you know, the divine. That's basically what this is. And I know it doesn't look very tribal in that sense, but inside it, that's what it is. It's that inner instinct, that knowing, that scorpionic, like, personal connection to the other side, basically. So you could actually be getting messages at the moment, especially if this is you who's got a loved one that's passed on. You could be really, really tapped in at the moment and really connected to the messages that they're bringing. What's interesting is this new moon in Pisces. This new moon in Pisces is all about new cycles and renewal and things like that. But it's a really potent time. It's a really potent time for, you know, the moon is a super sensitive. Wherever the moon is sensitivity, and it's about being sensitive to the signs and the signals and the messages from the angels that were being sent. That's where we're at right now. So your intuition is high. So if you've been getting downloads or memories or anything like that of this person, they've been popping up a lot. It's because they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to show you the signs. So open your eyes. Two of Swords. You're not seeing. Again, it's like this, whoever this is on the other side is absolutely henpecking the shit out of you to listen. You're not having it. Funny, right? It's not funny, but it is funny. So basically, we've got Two of Swords. Two of Swords talks about not seeing things for what they really are. It's about delusion, you know, deluding the self, basically. This talks about by avoiding a situation, you're actually causing yourself more harm than you are healing. If you look at this, the arms of this lady, it almost looks like there's a lot of, it looks like slashes. That's kind of what I see when I look at this card, because it's not an easy energy. It's very, very traumatic, actually. If you imagine walking through that desert blindfolded with these vultures just trying to peck your little pecky eyes out, pecking away. um, it's annoying and it's irritating and it's painful and it's just like, oh my God, I just want this to be over. But it's almost like there's nothing you can do to speed this process up. It's almost like it's almost like there's a sense of acceptance that's come with this. Like this is just how things are now. And that's not the case, or at least it doesn't have to be, because twos always represent choices. And it's almost like you're being presented with a choice. Like, are you going to take the blindfold off and do the work that's required, or are you going to keep it on and continue to be henpecked? Because we've got all the time in the world. There's no such thing as time in spirit in that realm, basically. There's a sense of confusion here and feeling maybe even a little bit overwhelmed by options that are presented to you. The Seven of Cups really talks about wanting to make the best choices for ourselves, you know, wanting to consider the options and weigh them up so that we can benefit from them, basically. There is a warning here because I'm looking at this snake and it's like, I'm seeing like a snaky person around you or someone who's really not to be trusted. That's a little bit of a message for somebody there. But more than anything, this is really just about weighing up your options. You know, look for the signs. What's calling to you? What's shouting to you? What's saying stay away? You know, do you know that this is not good for you? Is it causing you more stress? Is it giving you a headache? Is it pissing you off? If it is, cut it out. Can you cut it out? If you can cut it out, how? How are you going to do that? So this is all about figuring it out and what feels right. Do the right thing, and the right thing for you doesn't always seem like the right thing for everybody else, but it's not their life, it's your life. And so you're being told and you're being guided to make the best choices. It's like, listen for the signs. Hopefully after you've listened to this reading you will start looking for them more, but you're definitely being, someone's trying to talk to you, someone's connecting to you on a high level. They really want you to listen. I think they've seen you suffering. It's in all fairness, I actually genuinely believe that your suffering is causing them a sense of pain. It's like, oh my God, I can't scream this any louder. I mean, look how close that bird is. It's, oh my, it's funny, but it's also not funny. I'm just laughing at the imagery sometimes. It's just so clear to me. But yeah, there's a lot going on here mentally. It's like you need to release and let go. And I don't know if this is the right saying, but I'm hearing something like live and let be or something. Is it something like that? I'm not sure. But you know, Five of Swords is mental conflict, struggle, and by being in your head so much, you're not paying attention to the things that are passing you by. That's really kind of what I'm getting. Um, I can see like there's a person in the background and they've got their arms up and it's almost like, God, what do you want? Blood? Hello? You know, I'm here. And this person's like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. It's like, yeah, but all the answers to your questions are here. It's like spirit shining a light right on this person and you're just not looking at them at all. So yeah, Page of Cups tells me again, confirmation that you're just all up in your head at the moment. Mulling things over, maybe just kind of keeping quite quiet and keeping yourself to yourself. You know, the pages are all about learning. There's someone who's learning lessons, and these are lessons of the heart, emotions, and things that are, you know, of a sensitive nature, basically. It's I am again seeing this sense of renewal. It's almost like the old version of a person is offending. This is someone who's offending. And again, I'm just seeing like this sibling, it's like a part of me that has risen. In Gemini, so it could have been even a twin. Had to be, but I am feeling like a twin. If it's not a twin, it was just somebody that you're very, very close to, a sibling or even a best friend. It could be a female best friend, but it's almost like a part of me. And I'm hearing like when you left, I lost a part of me. And I feel like this person's really wanting you to feel that same level of love for another person as you felt for them. That's what they're saying. So they're saying, we're giving you this as a gift. Like this is how you're going to heal this part of your nature with this person. So there's a choice that needs to be made. You need to be going really, really deep and figuring out what it is you want to do, because I don't think that this is an easy situation to get yourself out of. Like, look how hard this man's concentrating. It's just like, God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I going to do? It's pissing me off. So yeah, and then here it's like pigs can fly. So, you know, again, I'm just getting this sense of humor. So this person, you probably sat there going, yeah, right, or whatever. And this person, whoever it is that's passed on, they're laughing because it's almost like they know that you're not gonna believe this, or you're not gonna take it seriously. You're gonna think it's a joke. We're going to get some of these. These are cards that I made myself, just with some channeled messages. And I just like to finish the reading off with these sometimes, guys. So let's see what comes out here. This has been not a heavy reading. I won't say it's heavy, but there's definitely some energy that needs shifting. You need to do some grounding. Get yourself out more, walking, get oxygen in, but get your blood pumping. It ain't enough to just walk sometimes. You need to kind of, there's a whole process, metabolic, that goes on inside your body. I want to talk to you. Now you've just seen me shuffle the cards. I want to talk to you. Somebody is trying to talk to you, basically. Well, tell him or her that you're mine. So this is somebody that's definitely claiming you. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody at the moment who's a bit of a pain in the ass, but whoever's passed over is basically like they're very protective. I feel like this is where this Emperor is coming up. It's almost like you tell her or you tell him. All will be revealed soon. Okay. And then we've got bye Felicia, miss me with the bullshit. So there could be a situation that you're wanting to walk away from or something. All will be revealed soon. So you're going to find something out, some information, something's going to come out. You're going to see something. There's going to be a sign, there's going to be a symbol, and it's going to be like, boom, epiphany moment. And I feel like that's when things are going to take a bit of a change. Oh, this is the part that I call happiness. This is my favourite quote. It's from a Will Smith film, The Pursuit of Happiness. Oh my God, my little heart, I swear to God, I didn't even realise I had one until I watched that film. And it's the part where he's locked in the train station toilet and he's just hugging his son. Oh God. Anyway, that's this. So you might want to go watch this film. There's a message in there for you. The Pursuit of Happiness was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Will Smith's one of my favourite actors, you know. And I meant what I said. I meant what I said. That's confirmation because I'm leaving the reading there. So whatever was said, what resonated for you in this reading, that's confirmation. I mean it. I meant what I said. So if somebody said something to you, oh, and I'm trying to heal, give me time. So that wanted to show itself. I meant what I said. So if somebody said something to you, I'm really hearing like these were somebody's last words. This could have been somebody that I'm getting like cancer, maybe even somebody passed over from cancer or something like that. Maybe they said something to you, and they want you to know, like I meant it. Basically, I really meant it. Um, and I'm trying to heal. Give me time. I'm trying to heal. Give me time. So I'm getting somebody's really hurt, right? I'm not sure if this is you. This could be another energy because I'm really not picking up that this is you. But I'm seeing like there's somebody around you. Let's just say that is healing, and they're going through a healing process, and it's saying, "Give me time. Give me some time." And then this card behind it, because I wanted to clarify it. Why is it so hard to say I love you? So I feel like there is maybe somebody around you, and maybe you've got a friendship going on, let's just say, or you know this person, or I don't know, just something. Um, I just feel like there's two people, you and another, um, that are not open at the moment because you're both healing. You're like closed little rosebuds, and you're both healing, and that's why it's almost like this. It's hard to actually get involved in anything because of the healing process. It's still in play. Um, so that's a message there, and I think there's a lot going on with maybe somebody that you're dealing with at the moment, or you will be, or something along those lines. But I do think you're going to meet somebody, and I think you both. It's going to be a slow burn, basically. Let's put it that way. It's like a slow burn situation, and I don't. Excuse me. Always think that that's a bad thing when you're getting to know somebody. You know, sometimes passion starts and then it dies out just as quick. This is not this. I feel like this is a really kind of slow burn energy here. I want to look at that because that's interesting. I haven't used this deck, I don't think. So what's this about? What's this about? The Emperor in reverse. So what I'm really getting from this is not going to be like what you've dealt with. You know, when I was saying before that he was dealing with somewhat of a tyrant, this is the opposite. This is not somebody. This is somebody who is powerful. This is somebody who is seated in the power. You know, this is someone who is ruler of their own domain. But in reverse, I'm not really picking up. I mean, normally this could be negative in reverse, but in this instance, I feel like this is the opposite of what you've had. This is not the same, you know. So it's almost like I'm hearing like, don't be scared, don't think that, don't tar them all with the same brush. Knight of coins, again, slow burner. Like I said, this is someone that's going to move slow. You're going to move slow. The situation's going to move slow because there's caution. You know, you're acting with caution, and you know the both of you probably. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is brilliant because this means that the intensity is dying down. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is really about ruin. This is like mental anguish. Like, I can't go on anymore. When it's in reverse, it's lessened. So it's almost like all that pain that you've been feeling, all that suffering, all that backstabbing, betrayal, just, oh my God, I can't get over this. No matter how hard I try, that is going to lessen. That is going to diminish, basically. It's not going to happen overnight, obviously, but it is. Healing's about to take place. That's what I'm hearing. I am seeing, again, I'm seeing like this is somebody's working. I'm seeing like the upside down. I'm pretty sure Stranger Things. So there could be something to do with Stranger Things. Someone could like Stranger Things, or they could be watching it right now, something like that. But seeing like these messages are being sent from the upside down. That's really interesting. And then we've got the star. The star's in reverse. This is about healing that needs to take place, but it isn't. Something's blocking it. Something's blocking it. I think you'll know what this is. You'll know yourself what it is. But whatever it is you're dealing with now, it's stopping a process of healing. And you need to release it. You need to let go of it. I'm hearing like you can't make a round peg fit in a square. You can't make a square peg fit in a round hole. Something along them lines. You can't make a square peg fit in a round hole. So I feel like there's maybe a situation that's been forced a little bit at the minute as well. You need to let it go so that healing can take place. Like deep healing, like spiritual healing, like on a big level, complete renewal, but like a spiritual renewal. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. So there's some messages in there for you all. Hopefully you can take something from that. Sometimes I do get a little bit weird and they don't make sense to me. So I try to make as much sense out of them as I can. When I get visions and stuff, sometimes there's a bit, don't really know what they're trying to say, but hopefully if they resonate, leave a message and let me know. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a lovely evening. It's late now. I'm going to bed and I'll see you all soon.